What if the key to your happiness lies in ancient philosophy? Stoicism, a school of thought dating back to the 3rd century BC, holds the answers to a fulfilled life. Dive into the world of Stoicism, a philosophy that has withstood the test of time, originating from the ancient Hellenistic period. Stoicism was introduced by Zeno of Citium, and later developed by the likes of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, who are often hailed as the pillars of Stoic thought. But what is Stoicism, you might wonder? At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions. It is not about eliminating emotions, but rather transforming them by voluntary discomfort and practicing mindfulness. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, the teachings of Stoicism have never been more relevant. In a world brimming with distractions, Stoicism offers a path to clear thinking and inner peace. It encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't, fostering resilience and tranquility in the face of adversity. Moreover, Stoicism is not just about personal peace. It also promotes social justice, advocating for the idea that all human beings are fundamentally equal and deserving of respect and kindness. So how can Stoicism help you lead a more content life? By adopting Stoic principles, you can learn to stay composed in stressful situations, appreciate what you have, and accept change as a natural part of life. Stoicism can help you become more present, more mindful, and ultimately more fulfilled. Unearth the wisdom of Stoicism and you'll discover a philosophy that encourages humility, promotes rational thinking, and values virtue above all else. It's a philosophy that doesn't promise a life free from difficulties, but rather the strength to face them with grace and courage. Unearth the wisdom of Stoicism and embrace a life of tranquility and happiness. The first Stoic decision: understand what you can control and what you can't. This is the dichotomy of control, a fundamental principle of Stoicism. It's a simple yet profound philosophy. The weather, the traffic, the opinions of others, these are all beyond your control. On the other hand, your actions, your responses, your attitudes, these are within your power. Why does this matter? Because it liberates us. It frees us from the stress, the frustration, the anger that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. Let's imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can't control the cars around you, but you can control how you react. You can choose to stress out, or you can choose to accept the situation and perhaps enjoy some music or a podcast instead. Embrace this dichotomy, this division between what you can and can't control. Free yourself from the burden of what you can't control and focus on what you can. The second Stoic decision: anticipate the worst. This brings us to the concept of negative visualization. Now, don't be put off by the name. It's not about being a pessimist. It's about understanding the reality of life and acknowledging that things can and will go wrong. Imagine this. You wake up one day and everything you hold dear is gone. Your job, your home, your loved ones. A grim picture, isn't it? But it's not without purpose. By visualizing this scenario, you're not inviting misfortune. Rather, you're preparing yourself to face adversity when it knocks on your door. Simultaneously, this practice helps you appreciate what you have right here, right now. Your job doesn't seem that bad anymore, does it? Your home suddenly feels a lot more comfortable, your loved ones more precious. That's the power of negative visualization. Embrace negative visualization to appreciate the present and strengthen yourself for the future. The third Stoic decision: accept the inevitable change. Life, in its beautiful, chaotic essence, is a dance of ebb and flow. It's a symphony of shifting seasons, a canvas continuously painted over by the strokes of time. The Stoics understood this and they embraced it. They accepted that change is as natural as the rising sun, as inevitable as the falling rain. Imagine a river. It's never static. Its current is always moving, always changing. We can't step into the same river twice. As the water you once stepped into has moved on, that's life. Trying to keep things as they are, in a constant state of sameness, is like trying to hold back the river's flow. It's a futile endeavor that only leads to frustration. Instead, the Stoics invite us to accept change, to dance with it rather than resist it. They teach us that by accepting change, we can find peace and contentment. Acceptance of change is the path to a serene life. The fourth Stoic decision: make virtue your primary goal. Virtue in the Stoic sense is more than just being good. It's a comprehensive approach to life, a blueprint for living well. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is the understanding of the nature of things, the ability to discern what is right and what is wrong. Courage isn't just physical bravery, but the moral fortitude to stand up for what is right. Justice means treating all people with fairness and respect, and temperance is the practice of self-restraint and moderation in all things. These virtues aren't just lofty ideals, they're practical tools for navigating life's challenges. When you make virtue your primary goal, you're not just aiming for some external reward, you're striving to be the best version of yourself every single day. So cultivate these virtues, let them guide your actions. Live a virtuous life for inherent happiness. The 5th Stoic decision: live in harmony with nature. This principle urges us to respect and understand the natural world and our place in it. You see, Stoics viewed nature as a complex, interconnected system, and we, as humans, are an integral part of it. Living in harmony with nature doesn't merely mean appreciating a sunset or hugging a tree, although those things can be part of it. Rather, it's about recognizing our role in the grand scheme of things and acting accordingly. It's about understanding that we're part of a larger system, not separate or above it. It's about accepting the natural flow of life, the cycles of change, the inevitability of loss, and the joy of growth. It's about aligning our actions, thoughts, and feelings with the rhythm of the universe. This acceptance can bring a profound sense of inner peace and tranquility. Harmony with nature is the key to inner tranquility. The 6th Stoic decision: live in the present. This decision, so simple on the surface, carries profound implications for a fulfilling life. Let's delve into it. Living in the present, my friends, is about anchoring your mind to the here and now. It's about acknowledging that the past, with all its glory and regrets, is a closed chapter. The future, with all its promises and uncertainties, is yet an unwritten story. The present, however, is the pen in your hand, the ink flowing onto the blank pages of your life. Engaging actively with this moment, you free yourself from the shackles of past regrets and future worries. You begin to perceive the beauty in the mundane, the extraordinary in the ordinary. You start to appreciate the symphony of life unfolding around you moment by moment. So, my friends, seize the day, savor the now, embrace the present for a worry-free life. The 7th Stoic decision: practice detachment. Now, this isn't about becoming indifferent or unfeeling. It's about not allowing external factors to have control over your inner peace. Imagine a sailboat. It's not the wind, but the set of the sail that determines its course. Similarly, it's not the events of life, but our reactions to them that shape our experience. Detachment is about understanding the fleeting nature of everything around us, the good and the bad, the joys and the sorrows. It's about not getting overly attached to the highs or too disheartened by the lows. When we detach from the material world, we create a buffer between our inner peace and the external chaos. We reduce the suffering that comes from clinging too tightly to things that are, by nature, impermanent. By practicing detachment, we cultivate a sense of contentment that is independent of our circumstances. So, remember, detach from the material world for a life of contentment. The 8th Stoic decision: practice forgiveness. Picture a suitcase, heavy with resentment, each grudge, every slight, an added weight. Now imagine carrying this load, day after day. Exhausting, isn't it? This is the burden of unforgiveness. Stoics understood that forgiveness isn't about the other person, it's about releasing ourselves from this weight. By forgiving, we free ourselves from the shackles of resentment and anger. We allow peace to settle within our minds, unclouded by past wrongs. It's important to remember that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning. It simply means relinquishing the desire for revenge, the need to make someone else suffer because they made us suffer. It's a conscious decision to let go of the past and focus on the present. So, practice forgiveness. Release the unnecessary weight of resentment. Allow your mind to experience the tranquility it deserves. Forgive for a peaceful mind. The 9th Stoic decision: embrace adversity. This is a mantra that Stoics live by. Why? Because adversity isn't just an unfortunate part of life, it is a profound opportunity for growth. Stoics believe that life isn't about avoiding challenges, but about facing them head-on and using them as a stepping stone to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's about taking those moments that test us to our limits and turning them into valuable lessons. Now, embracing adversity doesn't mean seeking out difficulty for the sake of it. It means accepting that hardship is inevitable, and instead of resisting it, we should harness it. It means recognizing that every struggle is a chance to learn, to grow, and to develop a resilience that helps us navigate future challenges. This is the Stoic way, turning adversity from a foe into a friend that pushes us, motivates us, and ultimately makes us better. Embrace adversity for personal growth. The 10th Stoic decision: practice gratitude. Gratitude, my friends, is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a practice, a commitment to acknowledging the good in our lives. It's recognizing that the source of this goodness is often outside of ourselves. It's the appreciation for the sun that shines, the air we breathe, the food on our plates. Stoicism reminds us that while we may not have control over every aspect of our lives, we can control how we perceive and appreciate what we have. It's through gratitude that we find contentment and happiness. It's through gratitude that we can see the beauty in the mundane and the extraordinary in the ordinary. Gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with a simple thank you. Thank you for this moment, for this breath, for this life. When we cultivate gratitude, we're sowing seeds of contentment and peace. So remember, cultivate gratitude for a content life.